It says I'm live, but am I? No intro today because I'm going to make this awkward for everybody, me included. 4 minutes isn't late for a live stream. See, I think this is just going to prove that it's never my fault. It's always whoever's on with me. Don't put that evil on me. What's going on? Here we go. As soon as he finishes his chrysanthemum custom, he will be with us. That's never done. That's an ongoing thing for now until forever. Well, forever. Until I'm no longer able. What's going on, Gordon? Just waiting for this ad to let me skip. I know YouTube's being a buttle. Oh, YouTube is great. YouTube is all powerful. Can't. You know how it goes when I talk shit about something. A Robo is never late. He shows up when he wants to. What's going on, Shadow Moses? Bearman, Smoking Joe, how goes it? Allergies again. There's a reason I'm doing a live stream today, and it's mostly because of this box right here. I actually shot the Yellow Park Megatron and Optimus Prime late Sunday night. And then I realized, oh no, they take batteries that aren't just run down to the Walmart and grab some variety. So I had to order on Amazon. And then yesterday, I was waiting all day for another box that didn't show up till today. I just got out of the truck, walked in here. And then I got to choring yesterday. I installed a storm door on the house and did some mowing, and that's why I'm all because it's dusty and grassy. Look, Amazon, there's no reason for this box to be here, especially no padding. My batteries could have got damaged, but there's those. I can finish that review after we're done here. And then that'll be posted Thursday. Finally. You're hunting robots now? How ironic. See, the name fits. What's up, Robo? Your lunch stream actually timed up with my lunch. I waited till noon. I was going to do it at 10, but I was sleepy. So I didn't. Free the plastic. When's the next toy review? Thursday. It would have been today. I swear. I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays some kind of video, and it just didn't make it this week. Hey, I appreciate it. What's going on, Slave to Leia? I just received a notification saying that my pre-order of the Foosh skeleton finally is on the way. I still haven't got one. I think Nick has one for me. Veeves has one for me. 10 a.m. for me. Amazon friend of wasted space. That, Pulse, and Walmart. I think a couple years ago I got something. What was it? Was it a coffee maker or something? A Christmas present. And the box for it was like this big, but the actual shipping box was huge with like one pillow in it. One little air pillow. I just did. There's a delay. Lunch Robo. Greetings to New Mexico. I love going through New Mexico. It's just, I don't know what it is. Hasbro has been peak, if that's what the kids say. Or is that what the kids saying these days for being good? What do you know, Robo? Nothing. I claim to be an expert in nothing. But there's nothing wrong with learning something every day, right? Greetings to Brazil. Greetings to Indonesia. Damn, y'all all over the world. More YOLO from Robo. The thing about it, Transformers never does good because I'm not a Transformers guy. So what little Transformers content I get out there, it doesn't go over well. But you know what? I had fun shooting it. and I'll have fun editing it today once I get these installed. Greetings to Peru. I need to take my lunch. I'm skipping too fast. I need to take my lunch break, but I will return to waste of my work days afterwards. That's life. Oh, my NECA April is coming in the mail today. This was the other thing I was waiting for, and it went. Let's make sure not to give my actual home address. There we go. Boom. Big Bad Toy Store. I ordered this, but DHL decided to hold on to it a bit. When they say it's being delivered, it's usually being delivered to the local post office. So there's still a day or two to get processed there and to get delivered on their end. So if I'd gotten this yesterday morning, there would have been a video today instead of my charming self being on here. Bum, 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 bum. Finally. Look at that dome. And that beard. It's been a long time since I've read Outlander and the comics from that time. But wasn't he one of the few, if not the only Jedi to have a wife and kids, or wives and kids? Because, what was it? Oh, the male to female ratio on his planet was so out of whack that they couldn't be pulling males away from repopulating the planet. Something. Robo's saying he's not a Transformer. I'm not a Transformers guy in the aspect that I do a lot of reviews. I buy Transformers. I love Transformers. I've been passing on a lot of Transformers lately, but greetings to Germany. Greetings all the way to Central Missouri. Oh, greetings to the most remote place of all, Wyoming. You and Nebraska, Kansas. I've done a lot of traveling where it was just like, well, I'm sick of field. That's just being able to see all the way over to the other side of the planet over there. Good day to Hong Kong. Black Series Robo with a tall forehead. Okay, there's no need to be mean, okay? There's no need for that kind of meanness. You should be Kiari Mundi for Halloween. I do have a Savage Crucible figure in there. I have the lizard that they sent out, but I'm compiling a small company Kickstarter type playday with some other stuff. And I'm waiting for one figure, but that I may jump ahead and just do it anyway. Is this a Tuesday rewind? Yes, but way less planned. Greetings to Hungary. Greetings to Alberta, Canada. What's wrong with Nebraska? Nothing wrong with Nebraska. I like some wide open nothingness every now and then. The thing about disappointing figures, I'm old enough, and it's not an age thing, and it's not the fact that I've been doing this for a while now, but I'm just to the point where I can tell if I'm not going to like something or if something's not going to be quite right, and I don't buy it. Even if it, like I said, I've been skipping a lot of Transformers, but they're in G2 land and newer stuff and movies every now and then. I did pick up Sharkticon. Target had it on clearance for $15, I think. So I grabbed one of those finally. Greetings to North Korea. Greetings to Squee-Dunk Mammoth Cave. Greetings to Long Island. Oh, you butthead. I thought that was an actual place there for a second until I said it out loud. I read it twice. And then Long Island. It's tea time, not lunchtime. Oh, yeah, that works too. It's a break from work. You've rewound from this Saturday's rewind. Oh, all these pictures I'm just going to quickly look at today. It's still going to make it to this weekend when I have more time to sit, because what is it, Tuesday? I posted the last rewind and it was already stuff, and the folder's just been. So this works out too, just as a quick initial pass. Greetings to the Philippines. Greetings to London, UK. North Korea. For DC Multiverse, what figures would you like to see in the line next? A Chris Reeve Superman, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, and Classic Superman would love to see next. Have they done, speaking of those two, Chris Reeve and Linda Carter, I'd also like a 66 Batman in the multiverse style. Hiya Toys, have they released any of their 6-inch stuff yet? Yeah, well, they have. The Rambo and a couple of others. I was waiting on Judge Dredd, but the more I looked at that, the more it's kind of... But no, I haven't picked up any of the Hiya Toys stuff. Looks like the next convention, I'm doing a show where I help out in a booth here in the next month, and then there's San Diego. I remember Ki-Adi-Mundi had a Tusken Raider apprentice called A. Sherrod Het, who turned to the dark side. Such a good story arc. Yeah, that starts in Outlander, right? With Sherrod Het, A. Sherrod's father, being a Jedi hiding out on Tatooine with the Tuskens, or well, joins the Tuskens, and then he dies in that story, right? And A. Sherrod takes off with Ki-Adi-Mundi, and then after that, I get lost a bit. I love A. Sherrod's Tusken costume or gear, and then his Jedi gear when he gets to Coruscant with the lenses and everything. But then he becomes Darth Krayt, and I don't know how that happens. Greetings to Genosha. Hello to Ireland. Greetings to post-shoulder surgery. Are all of your Walmarts being rearranged? Rearranged. It seems like they're just moving the aisles, like flipping them. You know that thing where they do where you go to the aisle you think you need to go to and you look around, where they're trying to trick you into buying other stuff that you wouldn't usually look at because you've become so used to going to that one aisle. That's what they seem to be doing. Although a couple of mine did add Masters of the Universe and more G.I. Joe space on the far end. Hello to Italy, to the Philippines, with no classified now. Yeah, the Lady J's, the retro card stuff, the Lady J's, the Destros, the Gung Ho's, the Baroness. Wait, Gung Ho? Yeah. They hung out for a bit. They're hitting clearance aisles now. Greetings to Texas. I just bought a truck from there. Greetings to Brazil. We're gonna get to the Hulkbuster. In fact, probably need to get into the pictures. Wait, one more thing. I still have a couple of melt things. Let's see. I've been on a gathering custom fodder kick lately, and it's getting out of hand. Wish I knew how to open boxes. It's getting really out of hand. All these talented ass people on Etsy and such. Okay, this is from, wait, they didn't put a card. Okay, this is from eBay. I'm pretty sure that Hasbro's going to do this eventually because it's too easy. That's why I'm doing it. But here is the animated X-Men 97 morph head that I'm just going to stick on the Marvel Legends morph body. And it's a real hard paint job. I'll do some shading to the lines. Maybe I'll lighten this gray up, but the color of the resin's not bad for his skin tone, and then white the eyes. Hello from people who did not get the Marvel Legends Warbird. That's me. I didn't get in on it. And then this. One more Playday preview. And then we'll start looking at pictures. Just cracked open that Model 20 Iron Man. That that wave, between that and the Zabu wave hitting right now, I've been getting Marvel Legends one at a time, two at a time all week. And that's going to be the rest of this week. So hopefully next week is a Did I come back? It's still running. Sweet. Somehow, I don't know what the hell just happened. My internet didn't go out. It was just like, hey, error, click. Because if internet went out, it would have still been me on here. But StreamYard itself took a dump. X-Men 97 market prices are wild. You know what the crazy thing is? That first wave just kind of sat around for a while because the cartoon wasn't hyped up yet, but they still had to get product out there because that's Hasbro's schedule. And now that the show has hit and kicked ass, it's harder to find the older stuff. And here I am. Sure wish I'd grabbed that Rogue with a green jacket. Because at the time I was like, why does Rogue have a green jacket? That's dumb. That's stupid. No, I don't want it. Here's a 3D printed Morgan Elsbeth sword. We'll see how that fits. Although that looks small, doesn't it? Did I accidentally order the 3 3/4 inch version? Surely not. Please don't tell me I did that. I'm back. Just missing cable. Yeah, who thought? Well, okay, I probably could have guessed because I've been very much in I'll wait until it shows up at a store and order it from their mode, because usually where I pre-order is the last people to get it. And then cable sold out freaking everywhere. So ooh, some droid parts. Guess who that is? But yeah, so I have most of the wave coming from Hasbro Pulse themselves, except cable. And the Iron Man wave did the same thing. I did pre-order She-Hulk because She-Hulk, and then I wasn't in on that first wave of Amazon shipments. So they've shipped most of the wave. I'll have Whiplash later this week, and then She-Hulk is in the process of shipping, and they say Saturday. So hopefully next week is a big Marvel Legends kind of week. Hopefully. There's his legs. Ow. Was her sword that short in the show? The handle looks 6-inch scale, but then the blade. I'll have to play with that later. Because it's play day. Or it's going to be play day. Hello to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm excited to have 2 of the Morph High Schools coming this week. I feel like I read that wrong. It was like John Cena was hosting. Yeah, reissue of Wave 1 would be cool. I did see, I went to an out-of-the-way Walmart yesterday, and there was a Goblin Queen on the pegs. Okay, let me check this text real quick. Okay, we're good. My back brake just went out on my bike. This is going to be a fun ride. Yeah, the worst is keep seeing advertisements for Wave 1 on Instagram. Yeah. I should have grabbed that Storm. I think I ended up just grabbing Bishop. Oh, was Wolverine in the wave, or was he separate? I ended up with Wolverine and Bishop for sure. I think I skipped most of the rest. It's Sting! No, I did not get a Hot Wheels Optimus Prime. I like my Transformers bigger. Yeah, I got Big Bad to ship. I have a cable in on Entertainment Earth, but it may be a while before I get to that wave. Why you said to instead of from? Uh-oh. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh. Right now, my favorite. Oh. Hey, man, don't be crude. Don't be lewd. Right now, my favorite video game is Helldivers 2, but they've screwed up the patrols to where it's absolutely unplayable on single mode. I've been diving with just Thunder here and there, but even 2 of us is just overwhelming. It starts good. You get through your objectives. You start busting hives and stuff, and then once you get to head into the extract, good grief. So hoping to fix that pretty soon. My retro She-Hulk should be in today. I'm hoping, because I would love to do the whole Iron Man wave next week. Because even though I think on the rewind I was like, I don't need the Iron Mans, I can wait on the Iron Mans. And then I started looking at the Iron Mans. I needed the Iron Mans. Oh, did I say from? Hello to New Orleans. Oh, I skipped you, didn't I? Stupid. Robo, did you have any chance to grab the Daredevil and Hydro Man pack? Because the Daredevil mighty have a surge because that Daredevil might have a surge in popularity now. Yes, I did. I've been afraid to open it though because my dumbass was talking about swapping the arms on the old Hydro Man onto the new one, and I forgot that was one piece up here, that it's not just at the swivel. You'd have a black sleeve if you swap the arms onto it. So I stuck it back there. I'm going to get to it, though. You should look at the characters of Star Wars Hunters. I haven't heard of that. Is that the game that they're working on? I might get Count Nefaria, one of the Iron Mans, and She-Hulk. I've gotten Nefaria, Mark 1 Gold, and then Mega Man Boot Iron Man, whichever one that is. Model 20, is that the newer one? That shipped yesterday. Whiplash shipped, but it's taken a slow boat across the states, I guess. Then She-Hulk later. Is the sleeve just painted black? Oh, see, I'm going to steal that idea. and then say I came up with it. Magneto was right. Got She-Hulk over the weekend from Amazon. Beautiful. Can't wait for the FF version and the Secret Wars version. And yes, the purple jumpsuit version and on. Because I've seen comparison pictures and it looks dang good. Yeah, YouTube's changed. Click. Uh-oh. Okay. It's jumping all around again. Yeah, YouTube's being weird about the live streams. Wouldn't the hinge still be black plastic? Yes, it probably would be, but it'd be inside. Oh, but it would be showing through the clear blue, wouldn't it? The crystal blue persuasion of his plastic. I've seen Outlaws, but I think, wait, we were supposed to get a Bounty Hunter game, but EA canceled it. I thought I saw something else about another game later, or wait, maybe I'm seeing footage of the mod they did to another game for Star Wars free roam. Greetings to Germany. Can we remove the cell shading on Daredevil safely? You know, for some reason, I don't mind it near as much on that Daredevil. But speaking of She-Hulk, how am I going to do this? Speaking of female figures, I thought I did have this set up before, but it lost all the settings. So bear with me. Share screen. Entire screen. Boom. I'm playing into the old man. Can't remember lyrics. Gag. And now the wind's picking up. There's a reason I mowed yesterday. It was because storms are supposed to be blowing in today. Crystar Blue Persuasion. Ooh. I thought I saw that somewhere. Did somebody do that on YouTube? I think I'm going to grab a retro card Hercules and give the new Cable a bare arm. Well, you have every right to for Cable to bear arms. Sorry. I'm just waiting for FF She-Hulk. I don't think have they made one since the San Diego Comic-Con? Exclusive with soft goods? I did not. The ZD Toys is the slightly larger scale, right? Or did I ask that? I remember having this discussion. Pre-ordered that. Yeah, this is the boss fight Epic Hacks Red Sonja Black, White, and Red PX Previews exclusive. But since I saw this on Big Bad Toy Store first, I can't get it out of my head that this is Big Bad Toy Store exclusive because Black, White, Red is Big Bad Toy Store colors. I always thought that the Daredevil's cell shading in the comics is more used as a way to help break up his costume rather than actual shadows. I just know that it looks like the comics or what I remember of the comics. So I wonder if it's Conan's blood. Epic Hacks is really starting to get my attention. I need to lay hands upon their skeleton. I haven't had a chance to play with one yet. And I really, really like the look of this. But if I were to choose, I would probably get the regular version, right? As much as I love grayscale on an action figure, it messes with my brain. It makes me think, am I looking at a two-dimensional image? Storm's costume is black. I don't know where all these other variations on the costume have come from over the years, but unless it's an animated series. Okay, I must concede, since I love 97 so much, that if it's animated style, it's white. But if it's from the comics, it's a black costume. Red Sonja transported to Sin City. I like that. And if I remember right, it's been a little bit since the first one was revealed. The hair is swappable, right? And you get the yelling face. Wait, angry face and regular face. Does the standard version come with 3 heads? Yes, and 2 hairs. I'm pretty sure. But it's still a good loadout. You can swap out the shoulder pads and the crotch cover and this for a higher gauntlet look. Because what is that? Is that a cutout? Does something go here? Belt, hands, weapons, heads, hairs. In the comics, if he wasn't drawn with the shading, the character would appear flat. The shading is to give character shape. Yeah, because he's just red, right? His red right hand. Oh man, early forum days were just that was one of the big arguments of all time was what color is Storm's costume? Could the Marvel Legends Rock tease be a seat for Gateway? Don't tease me with that. Oh, because the Rock doesn't come with Hulkbuster, does it? I never bought into the Rock comes with Hulkbuster thing. So I can't even remember what that Rock looks like now. It's been a month. I didn't get Lady Satanis. I think the top of my list is La Muerta. I'm seeing the factory stuff come out of that. In fact, y'all mentioned, look at that. Look how this works. Look, we're in sync. This is the Loose Collector Executive Replicas Hell Witch Blazing Hellfire version. So I'm from the looks of it, it's Hellman's Hell Witch in orange translucent plastic, which I think I like even better than the regular figure. Just the design of the gloves. Okay, so the cutouts are just there. I will admit to not being up to snuff with my Red Sonja knowledge. There you go. We can be friends. Ever played a Halo game? Nope. I've always been PlayStation for whatever reason. I don't get into the whole, this one's better than the other. I just always bought PlayStations. I'm one of those guys that just stick with what they know. I drove a Ford Ranger, 3 different ones over the course of 30 years, just because I was like, I know it, I drive it, I stick with it. So of course, I just bought a Nissan. Is Psylocke purple hair or black hair? It's clearly purple. Was it the early days where it looked dark with purple highlights? I did get the Retro Duke and Scarlet. I haven't had a chance to open them yet. I ran across Recondo yesterday. Yes, Blazing Hot Cheetos version. I don't know. There's just something about, there's always something about translucent plastic, right? What's going on? The topless version of that Hell Wish. Hot. I get. I see what you did there. I see you wink it. Ooh. The rock accessory kind of. Okay, I don't know what's with StreamYard today. Looks kind of like Korg's right calf. They must be cousins. A very dark. I can't remember. I've had this problem before. Is it StreamYard? Hello to India. Yeah, this is cool. I do have the regular. Oh, there you go. Hot. But yeah, the swappable upper torso. I like the wings. I may need a pair. Of course, what is this, $75? And they may be a little small for Aster. I always go to Marvel Customs whenever I see non-Marvel figures. But then Big Bad Toy Store also posted the Loose Collector Executive Replicas Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer and Steed. Now this looks fantastic. This looks amazing. The real chainmail, the cloth, the metal look to the armor things, the fiery eyeballs on the horse. Look at that. That's just scary, but tough at the same time. But good grief, the price tag on this thing. I hate to say. What is it, like $350? Yeah. Oof. And it looks incredible. I didn't get the Mezco. Did Mezco do a Death Dealer? But man, look at the black there. And I know this is hand painted. This isn't factory, but he just kind of blends. He is a shadow. And there's the highlights of the slightly bluish grayish. Man, it looks amazing. But whoo. I think the rock is for Odin. There, I said it. Yeah. Why though? Uh-oh. Just got an email from Big Bad Toy Store that they canceled the deluxe Devil Not Pit figure pre-order because of manufacturer licensing issues. Bummer. That's the line people walk whenever they put out third-party stuff. That's why we're going to get to it here in a minute, the Not Luke, but I think that's an even touchier subject. I didn't see that figure on 5K, so they may be avoiding that. Yep, Mezco Death Dealer. Paint that Hell Witch's cloth purple, and that'd make for a fun Starfire. I didn't think of that. They totally ripped the articulation from the Four Horsemen horses. I haven't messed with one of those yet either, but I did see the breakdown. Okay, I will say, looks a little thin in places, Death Dealer does, which kind of makes it more realistic, but for some reason, I think of him as a chunky boy, you know? But it's got the removable body armor, the big weapons, 4 pairs of hands, posable wired kilt. The real chainmail is what kind of blows my mind. I think Loose Collector did say that these are limited. There's a limited amount of these. Maybe that's adding to the price, but plus there's licensing, I guess. Yeah, see, it gets the legs, the arms seem like, well, okay, the torso may have been shrunk slightly because of the overlay stuff, but it doesn't add quite enough. And I don't know what this horse is. This is an import, right? Is that I can't remember. Is that Figma? And it's waiting for the click. See, it has to be a StreamYard issue because I'm not getting the your internet is low. Please insert 25 cents. Yeah, plus shelf space. I guess I'm just reading y'all's stuff out loud. We're playing this game. StreamYard doesn't like me today. Again, it's not my internet. It goes to not clicky for a minute and then goodbye. Yeah, is this Figma? Curse you, random acts of software. In fact, when I got back in, I had to take myself out because I was doubled up. There were two of me, but the other one wasn't me. It was the old me from before the crash. Yeah, it seems like when and I don't know all the deal and this and that. Okay, 1,500 worldwide. Whenever executive replicas is involved, the price seems to jump. So I don't know if that's a factor, if it's another partner or something. StreamYard was doing that to me the other day as well. So it's their deal. There can be only one. See, you don't. It's that whole Star Trek transporter. Is it actually the person? Or is it a new version? And the old one was just disintegrated. Is that a Mythic Legion's horse? Yeah, and Frazetta license playing into this price. It's an alternate reality Robo where Silverhawks was in fact a thing. I, I, I can't see that existing in any universe. So the DD horse, so this is a big old horse, which in turn makes Death Dealer big too. Get back on the horse. Okay, not that big. That is a big old horse, isn't it? It's so majestic. It's so filled out. And I love the black. Ball. This is the quality content that y'all are looking for, huh? Okay, that's a Figma horse. Wait, yes, wait. Y'all are confusing me. He's about the height of Masterverse He-Man. Okay, so slightly over, well, 7-inch, I guess, right? Oh, get back to work, I guess. It is. That's a hell of a price tag. McFarlane horse. Stop it. Silverhawks is not real. Again, we're best buddies now. Decked out. Okay. Then we're going to get into the Kyoto Amazing Yamaguchi DC Joker 1.5. This is the other side of the Frazetta family. They share the license. Frazetta girls may also do this at some point. Maybe Mezco will reissue DD like they have Popeye. Was DD a big seller? Did that go pretty fast when it first went out? Me and my buddy Law, my best friend Law, is booting you out of the club. You're gone. I think I don't know when they released the Joker 1.0, because while it looks cool and it's very Revel techy, I just didn't need a Joker that could do the things Revel Tech figures can do. You better say you're sorry. Okay, I have to say this reveal pissed me off because I just received the first Amazing Yamaguchi Joker the day this was announced. Like, come on. Okay, so it is a new release. It just came out. Because I had to go back and think, because I remember the hullabaloo, the hubbub around the first one was they couldn't show the guns, but I couldn't remember what guns he came with because it was only listed. And you know me, if I don't see the plastic, it's gone. So I don't think the first one came with this knife array. Maybe it did. I'm probably getting that. Oh, that's one that's on pre-order. That's bought. But I have the third party Heath. I have the third party Joaquin. I need the third party Caesar. Joker is too Revel techy. So because because he's wearing regular clothes. I'm used to this aesthetic when it's like superhero costume or armor or gear of some kind. This is just, well, okay, a crazy looking guy in suit. But yeah, he has Tommy guns. The first one didn't come with this blade. I don't think it came with this crowbar. And as we all know, a good crowbar is hard to come by these days. If I were to buy this, I would probably, and this is unheard of, I know that I just came up with this idea, I would probably review that crowbar separate. That looks to be about a 36 inch in real life, about a 3-footer if it was 1/1 scale. Nah, that's shorter than that, right? That's 30 inch. That's a good way to put it. Customizing is drag my best friend down into it as well, because it's a rabbit hole. You start doing it, you want to do more, and then it gets more complicated, and then suddenly you have 16 projects on the shelf that each are at a point where you're just like, oh, I don't feel like sculpting today, or I don't feel like doing a base coat, or oh no, it's raining, I can't spray. So is that an official Snap-on tool? I doubt it's licensed. But this was the biggie. I was like, oh, the gun. But then I forgot that the first one came with this gun. Remember the picture? It had the blades and the trigger weapons covered up, but it was listed down in the description. I think what's new here is this, the blade. Did the first one come with the knives? Oh, dude. Addicted to dry brushing? That's the most fun thing you can do in customizing. At least I think so. Oh, yeah. It does not. This has the knives, the extra playing cards. Yeah. Okay, so the playing cards, the first one came with the pistols, all 3. Came with the 2 Tommy guns, came with the effects, came with the onomatopoeias. It didn't come with this many hands, did it? And is a couple of these for this blade thing, and does it come with the holes for the pegs here? And then the crowbar's new. So I won't be surprised if they remove the guns later on in the pictures, because they didn't remove it from the figures. Yeah, it seems like they're becoming more lenient in that aspect. They're lightening up. All the accessories look better than the actual figure does. I'm still not interested here, but it's interesting what makes this 1.5, and it's not a whole hell of a lot. We've been, I guess, has McFarlane been adding some guns with some figures lately? Is it DC, or is it back to that? Oh, remember when Mr. Freeze couldn't even be shown with his otherworldly ice cannon things that looked nothing like real guns. They've been coming with those since then. Accessory pack would be cool. Yeah, sculpting is my least favorite. That's why I order 3D prints. That way I don't have to do any sculpting. Are those buck hunting knives like what Ghostface has? I don't know. Have they done a Ghostface? Isn't that false advertising if they remove the guns from the final product after pre-ordering? Have they done that before? They, like I said, they didn't remove the guns. And Mezco did the same thing with Constantine. His initial picture had him holding a shotgun or a gun of some kind. And then when the solicitation came around, he wasn't shown with any guns. But the listing had guns, that it will come with guns. And then the release had the guns. So I don't know if there's a stipulation that you can't advertise at one point. That they seem to have done away with that now. But at one point, you couldn't advertise their characters in pictures with trigger type weapons. You could include them. And I think, as confusing as that sounds, I feel like some of the companies took it a little too far by not including the weapons at all. But I can't think of any that showed them and then took them away before actual release. The only time I can remember that was, remember, it was Amazing Yamaguchi. Wolverine, didn't the initial pictures have a cigar head? DC allowing guns since James Gunn took charge. Coincidence? I don't know. Oh, yeah, there you go, Guts. They removed Wolverine's cigar. It's like Disney and cigars. Yeah, it does seem to be the same style. Uh-oh, it's getting weird to clicky again, so look out. It may jump. I don't know why. This is a weird release just to have the weapons advertised with a few more weapons, because they're also doing their new thing of having an exclusive head on the Kyoto side if you order directly from them. And that is the surprised face. I don't know what it is. I just never care for Joker with a frown. It just seems out of place. I get it. I really, really do. And saying that, the hair's metallic. I do like the shading to the white. It's kind of pasty pale. And are those movable eyeballs? Because I do believe the regular figure, somebody back me up here, isn't there moving eyeballs on this one too? That's sad Joker. What are you talking about? Oh, no. Now, oh, see, there it is. Oh, I didn't skip you on purpose. There's a lot of comments, and it's very hard to click today. Super 7 with the crusty figure. Sad Joker. The sees Robin naked face. Grim Knight Batman had his guns removed. Grim Knight, the McFarlane? I think that was one of the first ones. There was a import statue or a big expensive type statue of Grim Knight where they fuzzed out all the weapons. And was the initial, why can you put this in the comics that are available at comic shops, but not on action figures or the advertising of action figures? Joker just walked in after you poop and smelled it. He does have that face, doesn't he? Like, ugh. Forget the face, look at those joints. That's just Revel Tech. I think at this point we're all used to that. Or, well, most of us are used to that when it comes to these figures. I think Grim Knight Prime 1. Yeah, that was it. That was the, uh-oh, what the hell's going on over there? Thank you, C. Joker brings us to the Moto King Batman the Dark Knight Tumbler and Batpod model kit. Now the Moto King model kits are something I keep threatening to jump into, but I haven't yet. I've seen reviews of the Batman the Dark Knight, and it looks pretty good, but I can't remember if it was too small or too big. Is it one or the other? I want to say too small because I remember talking about, well, did they add the ears into the size? Mm, 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 mm. What about the McFarlane tumbler? Well, they just show it. Wasn't that just tease, or have they actually shown that yet? Yeah, there's that. And if it's like the '89 Batmobile, it's going to be big but smaller than the 7-inch scale, so it'll work with 6-inch. But will it be able to have? Will it include a bat pod that folds up? Hold on, let me find the pictures because there's a lot of pictures here. The bat pod that folds up and shoves up under the front of the tumbler and attaches to the front wheels. I mean, just as a feature alone, that is amazing. Now, this is, at least on Big Bad Toy Store, I haven't done a lot of shopping yet, but it is $124. But at the same time, it's a 1/12 scale tumbler with a bat pod with some features. Okay, there it is. The Model King Batman is kind of small and very light. Well, I'm used to the very light thing. After building the Bandai Star Wars figure kits for a while now, that was always the, especially at first, that's what threw me. You put it together, it's hollow. It's a bunch of light plastic off sprues. So that does take some getting used to. But, oh, wait, my Bell's hand peg just got broken just because of holding the EMP gun for too long. Oh, okay, well, there is that. Maybe there was a bubble in the peg from the sprue or something, maybe. I'm not making excuses for him because I have no experience with Moto King or Moto King, however you want to say it. There's a McFarlane Tumbler review already before it even came out. Or again, did I miss it? I remember him showing it at some kind of panel. Like, here it is. No, because there's also this. This is an honest to God true blue model kit with all these pieces, parts, which I don't mind. That looks fun, but it's not like the Yellow Park where you just shove limbs together. I heard the lines Bell Batman is same height as Mafex Bell Batman. Is that right? I could have swore it was slightly small. Need a new high-end Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. That was a cool design. He'd be all angry and shit from us making fun of him the whole time. Angry. But this is what the Batman model looks like on the Bat Pod. I don't know what I was just thinking. Why did this remind me of Super Battle Droid? The forearm, I guess. But yeah, some of the pictures I blew through real quick. It's a good looking piece. This is the grayscales. Where did I put the picture of the... And I think no paint required. This is what it's going to look like. Those grayscale ones were just pre-production or prototyping. It does have this. I mean, yeah. Although I haven't looked and does this light up? Is there an LED in there? I'm not sure. Either way, it comes with some translucent orange plastic for the blast out the back. Oh, well, surely it has a light. Where are we at? Where are we at? It's the other way. Oh, this. It has a fully formed cockpit inside. Okay, it lights. Cool. Light as it is, though, it's fun and easy to build. They're also making a bat fleck from. I did see that with the bat cycle. Although that's early, early. It was just a drawing, wasn't it? They didn't even show the actual model. Or am I behind on that too? Because they've been showing some Spider-Mans. 2099, Gwen, Miles, Superior. Superior is the one that's caught my eye the most. It does have a light, and don't call us Shirley. I get that reference. I've been watching some Police Squad short clips on YouTube. That and Three Stooges. YouTube's been treating me weird lately, but I'm not complaining because I don't mind. Ah, there it is. I'm slightly late. Any interest in the InArt 1/12 scale Dark Knight figure? Have I talked about that? I don't remember. So many Batmans. That is a fair price for a kit these days. Oh, and actually, I have the. Okay, there's the inside. He sits. There's another spot. It's got the throttle. It's got readouts. Oops, skipped ahead. Where did I see the... I grabbed a picture. Oh, there it is. So 28 centimeters by 9 centimeters by 8 centimeters. That may be the bat pod. 37 centimeters by 23 centimeters by 12 centimeters. You know, I'm saying these measurements out loud. I have no clue. Dang, centimeters, centimeters. Well, that doesn't help me. This will help me. Okay. Oh, man, it's been 10 years since I've been at the metal shop. What is the formula? Four one equals. Nope, that ain't right. 37 centimeters. That's not right either. I suck at this. 30 centimeters is 1 foot or 12 inches approximate. So it's over a foot long. 14.56. Now y'all mess with me. Okay, 14.56 because 12 is a foot. What's that in American? And then convert it even further down for Arkansan. The formula is ask Google. It's been a while. And at the metal shop, I dealt with millimeters to hundredths of an inch. I didn't, these big old foot sizes. Bleh. How many freedom units is that? Can I just say it's nice to be in a chat with other collectors who aren't whining over dumb shit, supposed toy drama. I try to avoid drama. It's that's my philosophy in life, in hobby, online, offline anymore. I ain't got time for it. Millipedes and centipedes. Oh, damn it. You know what? I went through all these pictures, and I even mentioned it on the rewind that the Figura Obscura figure was going to go up for pre-order, and I haven't had a chance to look yet. That's right. We don't do drama here. I talk toys. I mean, I'll talk about a lot of stuff. Talk about food, talk about life, but I'm not in it for the... Okay. You know what? I say that. Let's do this really quick because we've only been on it for an hour, right? Y'all all have 2-hour lunch breaks, right? Or nothing else to do in the middle of the day. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. And we'll look at this at the same time. I apologize for being slow. Okay. I think that should be this. Okay. This is cool. New job hasn't started yet, so all day is a lunch break. Was the not Luke already mentioned? I'm not really not to want that. Not yet. I'm getting to that. Figura obscura. Am I saying that right? I always, not that it's ever stopped me before from just blurting out what I think it says. Too bad Nolan's Batman sucks. Oh, and it's not. Oh, there it is. Meh. Perfect. Okay. Figura obscura. No, I noticed. Okay, there's two. Wait, is there two? There is two. So, are these both available now? You know, I don't talk because you know this. You know this. I cannot keep up with the Four Horsemen stuff. But I'll be damned if it is not beautiful dang action figures. And what usually gets me, besides the sculpt and the, it's the colors used. How many paint hits are on this damn figure? That's a crazy amount of paint hits. No, they are sold out now. Was this a one-day thing? Oh no, bad idea. You kept on convincing me to add more in my cart. Oh, I'm not trying to sell you figures. Okay, sold out. But were both of these available at the same time? Look at the jade color to the cane thing. Oh man, there's gold, there's blue, there's browns, there's highlights, there's reds. Good grief. Okay, it was a 2-pack. Cool. With it being Figura Obscura, though, if this was the initial release, does that mean there's going to be like a repaint later on for a retailer appreciation wave or something? Maybe we seem to see that with the Figura Obscura stuff. Yeah, the paint they get from the factory is they got that on lockdown. That is awesome to see. Oh, what? They got a not Ark of the Covenant coming with it too? Human and monster swappable feet. Oh, that's cool. With articulation. $120 for 2. Yeah, this is badass. And I love how they match up too. Oh, she comes with her own set of accessories? That's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I hadn't seen this. I knew it was Egyptian of some kind from the tease, but I haven't had a chance to come back and actually look. And that is impressive. You get salt and pepper shakers over here. I'm destroying this, ain't I? Look away, Marion. Oh no, here we go. It's not clicking at all. So, oh, okay. You getting the Mafex Bo-Katan? I am. I thought about not getting it because the Black Series is pretty sweet, but dang it, Mafex. Okay, that makes sense. That to make a click. But yeah, repaints with less accessories. That makes sense for a later re-release. That'd be awesome. Okay. Look at this beautiful shot. Oh, I'm screwballing my thing. That is awesome. All I can do is sit. This is why I like to prep before live streams and especially rewinds. Have something but seeing something. This is my usual initial reaction to kick-ass action figures. It's just me wanting. Okay, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna sit here and just stare at pictures, just see what's going on with these. Even the packages. I don't know why the Washington or the. Is it the Washington Monument? I don't even know anything about Egypt, but I also don't know anything about America. Okay, the shirts are even cool. And you know me, I like a good shirt. Yeah. Is it going to click? Oh, it did. Maybe we bypassed the drop this time. Obelisks. When you name your Patreon, we want t-shirts. I need to go through that thread. I haven't had a chance to go back to that too, because once I decided I was gonna do more choring today. And then I started, oh man, I usually put a video up on Tuesdays. I need to work on this live stream, and then gathering pictures and putting them in order is. Uh-oh, now I want to watch Stargate again. That would be cool. Name your Patreon Steve. Sold out already. Why wouldn't it be, though? Look at these things. God dang. Almost speechless. Okay, hold on. Getting back. Almost speechless. I was pretty speechless there a couple times, wasn't I? Okay, we were talking about Batman. That pretty much segues into other creatures of the night, like the Fresh Monkey Fiction Big Bad Workshop Operation Monster Force Dracula. This is an actual production piece, so that means they're getting closer. It's still up for pre-order, but they're saying summertime or here in the next couple of months, maybe. But that it's looking pretty good. And I'm excited about Monster Force in general because there's a lot of cool designs here in my scale, in my articulation scheme. One of the things I did notice here, though, check it out. Okay, here's him up close, neutral head. He's got the red eyes. Get the mottled skin tone. Have the red on the jacket. And it's a trench top. It's a long jacket. There he is standing in pretty much the same pose. Yeah, more vampires for Blade. I want to order this figure. That was terrible. What was I doing there? I started with the right accent and I kind of went into Igor. Looks like Dracula from Buffy. Saw that episode last night. We did our Buffy run. Was it last year? Year before? So it's been a little bit. We're doing our every other year. My Name is Earl marathon this month. But okay, the coat's hanging down, right? Coming down to here. He's got the long boots and a long jacket. And here, check out how it's folded up. Yeah, it's flipped to where it stays like that, but I think that demonstrates how soft that material actually is. So that's cool. Same time. This is straight up Marvel's Dracula. I don't know. It seems like a more stylized. I think of Marvel's Dracula, at least back in the day, as a more classic looking Dracula. Yeah, Monster Force. Well, a lot of Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff. Good. Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, how about that? A good Mr. Sinister. Early Mr. Sinister, huh? Dang it, Randy. Wakey, wakey. Hands off Snaky. It's pronounced Igor. Yeah. Where's the NECA Shredder Drac? I did just see Wolfman and Leo as the creature and Casey yesterday at Walmart. So they seem to be getting through there. Drew McIntyre Dracula. Damn you, man. Now I can't unsee the undead of Drew McIntyre. We're CM Punk. Are there some pupils to those eyes? Yeah, that's pretty sweet looking. This is also one of those cases where I don't mind open mouths as much, especially when there's fangs. That's okay. My wife is making me watch Buffy because I made her watch Doctor Who. That's neither of those sounds like a bad thing, like any kind of punishment. Looks like Morbius. Yeah. I look up because my Mezco Morbius is still hanging out on here. I need to get display shelves. We need a Keanu Winona 2-pack. Vampire Lenny. I get that. But yeah, Monster Force. Hopefully right around the corner. Hopefully we start seeing more of these released. Well, pre-orders are already going out to early 2025, right? On Monster Force and some other things. Yeah. There's going to be covered up hopefully soon. She keeps sighing every time Spike shows up. I get that. I'm honestly looking forward to the Pharaoh guy. Oh, yeah, the big bad, huh? Oh, I forgot the storyline for this. Isn't Dracula working with the... Wait, no. Do I have that backwards? Is the Pharaoh guy controlling Dracula in the vampires? No. Dracula's making troops for the good guys. That's the reason I'm doing a live stream today. It's shot, it's recorded, but I couldn't find batteries, so I had to order them on Amazon, and I got them today. So I finished that review today. It'll go up Thursday. Or tomorrow if you're on Patreon. I got to throw that out there. Spock. Working with Van Helsing. Not yet. Because this vampire goes to this vampire. And I may have seen the Hammer movies a long time ago, but I'm not sure. There was a lot of late night drinking involved with sitting around and watching TV. So I do remember old Dracula movies, old vampire movies, but I'm not sure if I've seen the Christopher Lee Count Dracula version or Count Dooku if you're nasty. How about Red Sonja? That was early. We've been through that. But yeah, this is cool. This is because they showed a Vincent Price. Was it Vincent Price at Toy Fair? Has that released? I don't keep up with these top figures, you know. Count Dooku Acula. That's too many vowels. Count Dukula. That sounds too much like Duckula. Damn. That's a toughie. Nicolas Cage, best Dracula. Stop. We all know it's Leslie Nielsen. There it is. And Leslie Nielsen. This is cool, though. It's very, I mean, there's no denying that that's Christopher Lee. And that's Christopher Lee, a little matter. And there's Christopher Lee. Wait, is that the same head? There's 3 heads. Isn't there? Yeah. Oh, okay. Even matter. Dukula. Well, there's nothing wrong. Count Dookie. Count Dracula. It's pronounced Dracula. I don't think Vincent Price has released yet. Gotcha. Damn you and your yummy plastic. I need to go back and watch a bunch of that. Whenever I did watch some of which one was it? See, I can't even keep them straight. Brazil loves you. I love Brazil. Someday I'll do some world traveling, see what happens. Do I have something on my face? It's Sir Christopher Lee. They've shown a Nosferatu, haven't they? And they're again, I can't keep track. Yeah, Hammer's kind of slept on with some of us Gen X because, yeah, there was just a lot. But at the same time, it was hard to track down some of those sometimes, especially backwoods. It's pronounced Edward Cullen. Okay. Run! Run while you still can! The only vampire movie I remember is Fright Night. The new one, huh? Fun fact, Christopher Lee. The timing on this is kind of because aren't they shooting a documentary or some kind of bio on Christopher Lee? He comes with shovel. I'm sure that's a thing in the movie, but I like stuff like that. Just shovel. Maybe the shovel warrants a review on its own by itself. Lost Boys. Yes. They're doing a biopic, I thought. Yeah, I saw some kind of announcement. I don't know what to believe online anymore, especially stupid Facebook. I don't scrolling. Oh my God. They remade Fright Night twice. He used it to bury the Urukai. Did you just do? Did you just white zombie me? This is cool. Oh, I put these in order like this because man in dark suit with big black cloak, and that goes right into the J&B Toys spiritual leader. This, they're doing everything they can to keep lawsuits off their ass. And again, like I said earlier, I don't know if 5K is going to post this. This may just be overseas, way off the radar. But I do like this. Dooku to, yeah, there's another reason. Dooku to Luke. Duke. Let's not do that anymore. Spiritual leader comes with laser sword. That's a pointer to point out things on his spiritual chart, his dry erase board. Okay, this, I have mixed feelings here. A lot of it is positive because of the Mando Luke that some companies have attempted to give us, but haven't quite nailed yet. But I think this may be the closest, except for one damn thing. And I don't know if they did it on purpose to try to differentiate Luke's look. But why is that tunic gray? Does the lightsaber actually glow? No, I don't think so. And not a bad likeness. Lukeness. I nearly said Lukeness. Not a bad likeness, really. But at the same time, Mandalorian Luke had that, you know, that look to him. That wasn't quite Luke, but still Luke. I think this captures that, while still going more Luke. Uh-oh. Okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. Their Maul body was total crap, I hear, though. Is this that same company that did the Maul with the no ankles? I saw a lot of people cutting into the boots to try to free up foot movement. The belt buckle is bothering me a bit. It's a bit too big. Okay, here we go. I was prepared for this. Maybe not the belt buckle, but some other things. Yeah, Disney will hunt them down for these. They hate knockoffs. They hate customizers who make more than a couple to sell. They'll hunt you down on eBay, or at least they used to. Did I say Shirley again? I keep falling into that trap. Like I said, this looks good. The biggie here. Okay, wait. Let's back up before we even get to that, because I've got thoughts. It's a Star Wars figure, of course. Or it's not a Star Wars figure, but it's close enough. Okay, this. Check it out. Okay, it's not only the grayness, it's how these longer straps hang down. See how they're spread apart right here? There's a gap in the middle. But, oh, no, this may not hold up. I was going to say, since it's soft goods and this may be layers, you can take those and put them closer together. But it kind of looks like it may be sewn together. It doesn't look as layery as I thought it would. But I say this without having gone back and looked at the Mayfix real close, but they actually got the shirt, the undershirt right here, where it looks like a prequel Jedi costume, not Return of the Jedi Luke with a longer tunic over it. It definitely has a third-party look to it. Uh-oh. We about to dip? Oh, no. It definitely has a third-party look to it. I will say the clothes look really nice. You know how sometimes you get that 1/12 scale cloth look and it's too bulky because they used a thicker material or the body's too big underneath, whatever? This looks pretty good. But I think my favorite thing here is this. The robe, the cloak with the hood, actually looks good. I think this looks better than any of the other versions we've gotten from other companies. Maybe they use the gray for these promo pics to just see the layering, but final product might be black. I don't know. It's his look from the Star Wars comic books. I didn't read. This is such a strange toy. That's a shrink of the Hot Toys Return of the Jedi head, but then they shrunk the Hot Toys Mando Luke gloved hands. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. Grogu and Dark Trooper parts. Okay, I don't know Hot Toys, but that makes sense because it seems like these third parties are taking 1/6 scale things and making them smaller. Like, oh God, what was the company? The Mask figure, the Jim Carrey mask in the yellow suit. That was a 1/6 scale figure. And I've seen that in other figures too, especially third party. But yeah, that sells it. The cloak, the likeness, the thinness of the clothes was this gnome type character. Clear blue plastic. It's got the, okay, here it is. Check out the hood. It engulfs his head without looking like it swallows his head. Does that make sense? Because in the show, in the show he had it down, but still mobile. It seems like a lot of the toys we've gotten, even in promo pics, the hood is floating above or super deep. I think this nails that look. And it comes with this kind of destroyed Death Trooper. Striker. Dead Striker. Dark Trooper. I said death, didn't I? When I said it, I was like, oh, because I'm waiting for that Hasbro set. This looks great. Pre-orders, anyone? I have the link to where the only place I've seen it up for pre-order so far in the description, along with links to the rest of the stuff. I agree with the earlier comment. The buckle bothers me. Okay. There's this. Angry Head. Corey, your Return of the Jedi Hot Toys. That makes sense now because was he angry in Mandalorian? Why include this head? It's got that Return of the Jedi angry look to him, doesn't it? I thought about that too. And I just bought some Rit dye for something else. There is that possibility. I hate to spend this much money on something on this, but if the rest of it is as good as this shows, then No, Shooter just pointed out that this is the same company that did a Darth Maul, which I heard a lot of good stuff about, but is hindered in places. And actually, speaking of that, is there a shot of the... There it is. Okay. It looks like it's going to be the same deal with the boots here. Well, I don't know. Is that... Have they learned from their mistakes? Is that a seam line running right there? This looks awful seamless right here, though. I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. It's hindered because of the clothes, yeah. I wish someone would get a legit 1/12 soft goods Star Wars license. I know Mezco showed, what was it, a Stormtrooper and a Boba Fett and then gave them away at San Diego, and I didn't get one. How life is so unfair. I'm tapped on Jedi Luke's. We still don't have a decent Bespin Luke. That's very true. The boots do look great, but like we've mentioned, if it's like Maul, there's not going to be a lot of movement there. And that's the reason for the blaster too, huh? That mall was pretty cool. Hand pegs are a slight issue, but not hard deal breaker. Man, it seems like all malls have hand issues, right? Remember way back the SH Figure Arts? That was nightmare scary, trying to swap the hands on that thing, especially not having a lot of experience with imports at that time. I thought, are they supposed to be like this? What am I supposed to do here? Is this common? Because I don't like it, but thankfully they fixed that. That Grogu hollow would light up real nice. Oh, I'm getting to it. Okay, it's got anger expression, neutral expression, which looks great. Zappy lightsaber blades, hollow gnome, hands. I do like that dark trooper. That's cool. Blaster. Here is some behind the scenes shots, or a behind the scenes shot from the shooting of Mandalorian. I guess that is, I know it's not. I know it is not gray, but the way the light hits this, it is lighter than the rest of the costume, but that's only because of lighting. But you put the two side by side. Okay, the belt buckle is slightly larger, and it is missing that rivet right there. Hollow Gnome is my new band name. Now I want a Grogu Garden Gnome. We were just talking about that the other day, the wife and I, that I have some space outside the shop, the studio, and it'd be neat to have some Star Wars or Marvel statue type things standing there. Dark Empire vibes. Now that looks like Bucky. It does. Yeah, they basically shrunk too hot. That's good to know. I'm going to spout that on the rewind this weekend, like I know what I'm talking about. Hot Toys is always way too expensive and out of my price range. And because of that price, at that expense, I'm always afraid to mess with them too much. I have a very limited amount. I got to really like something to get a Hot Toys version. I bet Home Depot has some Star Wars lawn stuff. I just learned that for Star Wars Day, they had a full-size animatronic Darth Vader at Home Depot that just kind of, come to the dark side, just kind of bounces around and doesn't look super great, but it would have been neat to have standing somewhere in here taking up space that I don't have. I saw where Aldi was getting in Star Wars helmets garden decor. I want an R2-D2 bird bath. That would be cool. But no, but this really drives home how good this cloak is. I think. Okay, one other thing I have noticed that every company has gotten wrong is the length of the tabard, the tunic, the lower part right here. It should be longer. It should hang down closer to his knees. Not all the way, because check it out. We have Luke. There it is, hanging down like that. That's harder to see. That's that picture unaltered. That one's a little harder to see, but see, it's right here. I don't know how visible that is on the live stream, but it's coming down to almost the knees. There's a lot more cloak right there. This is all behind the scenes stuff. I believe this may have been in the episode. Right there. So yeah, pretty damn close. I want to say the Moff-X was pretty close too, but they got a big chunky cloak. They're not usually really great with that. How does this compare to the SH Figure Arts Mandalorian, Luke? Do you happen to have that figure? I do. And I always remember that figure because it's not the Mandalorian Luke. it's Luke from Return of the Jedi in the Ewok village. The scene between C-3PO telling the story. Well, it's where Luke and Leia are talking on the bridge. That's that costume. Almost like Bandai already had that figure ready to go in their drawer of prototypes that they haven't released. And they thought, hey, we got to get out a Luke Skywalker from Mandalorian and just release that. Because that is not Mando Luke. Did Hasbro do the same thing where they just made a smooth Return of the Jedi Luke with a different outer vest? There have to be mild changes to avoid copyrights. If they're just changing the color of the under or the vest, then oh, just tagged you on X in a post about the garden helmets. I will look that up. Hot Toys cameraman. It's actually not a bad idea. Did somebody, or I've seen customs of the Tunisia from when they were filming A New Hope, of the guy in his shorts, just shorts, the boom mic guy. And then we get to Marvel Legends. Oh yeah, we're only going to go another 20 minutes. So we're going to go through the Marvel stuff real quick. I wonder if the gray portion of the outfit was from the concept sketch to the company even before the show dropped. This being a third-party company and 2 years later... Oh man, Iron Man. Oh, that's awesome. The boom mic guy. Yeah, I can't remember if it was a custom or somebody goofing on... Just joined. Did I miss the Rogue news? No, not yet. We're just getting into the Marvel stuff. Because I think it was yesterday, right, that the Hasbro boys showed Hulkbuster. And Dan's been posting comparison pictures because I just got this Iron Man. And one, I think my big gripe about Scar was where this loincloth was hanging. Seeing it like this, I like this look a little better. In fact, I'm not going to lie, I would like to see it even further down, but this balances it out better for me, at least my own personal idea of proportions and stuff. I'm liking it. Plus the size. But man, this Hulkbuster, woo! The Aldi helmet picture is from Australia. Hopefully it makes it stateside. No kidding. I'd have enjoyed a 90s Hulkbuster since Select already did this design, but I don't mind this either. But speaking of that, I never got the Select version. So I thought when I first saw this, I was like, oh, this is, especially for people who missed the Marvel Select version. Then I went on eBay and you could grab that for like $30, $35. So if you prefer that version, which we'll get to, I prepared that picture too. Got to wait for the sweet stuff. A bit expensive. Oh, have they announced the price? Did I miss that? Because it goes up for pre-order tomorrow, right? General release. This is why it takes me 2 hours to record a rewind. General release. That's too many R's close together for my southern ass. Always like that Iron Man. Reminds me of the arcade game. $60? Okay. The Scar. 39. 9 inches of plastic. Kind of chunky. I don't know. That doesn't feel too bad. But that's my Hasbro loving ass. Yeah. Looks like Juggernaut cosplaying as Hulkbuster. I think that's kind of what they're dragging from. I do like the chest. That was kind of cool, right? Let's skip to that. Okay. This is all in a live stream that I probably should have linked that they did yesterday that I considered doing a fast forward on, but their video was already 5 minutes or something like that. And I would have rambled longer than that. So it made more sense just to, hey, go see what they said, because they said it pretty quick. I saw less than 50. $40 for the armor, 60. I'm glad I got the select. I don't need the Stark head attachment that bad. The Marvel Legends version does. Carnage is 40, right? And Carnage was tallish. Robo, where can I find your PO info? I'm trying to send you stuff. It's right in the description of all the videos. But yeah, it's got the Tony Stark head. You pull off the helmet. I like, where's his body? And I know we've discussed this many times, and it's a topic that pops up every time there's a figure of this, or armor or something. But his body goes down to probably what? Around his waist is probably right here. If his legs went down, would it be his thigh at the hip movement? So that's just mangling his body. And I could kind of see him doing this inside, or have controls or something behind his back. But if he did have his arms in the arms, his elbows would be about the shoulder. So that's probably, oh yeah, probably if he reaches back or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I picture him now, is scrunched up in. Derail, missing link Optimus. You need it in your life. Missing link Optimus. Don't get me wrong. I like a good retro carded something, or when it comes to the actual figures, I love the look, but I had it the first time around, and I understand that there's added articulation and everything, but I had that as a kid. I've done my time, and that's why I don't buy a lot of vintage figures. I have a lot of emotional attachment, a lot of nostalgia for it, but I don't know. Onward and upward. That's not disparaging anybody, because again, speaking of Dis Thunder, he's all over the missing link stuff. He leaves his body at home. You know what? At this point, he should be able to detach limbs and everything. I'm more than happy with my 3-0 Hulkbuster. That's movie style though, right? Because I am too. Got the ports for the blast effects. The promo shots do show it a little shinier. This is kind of plastic looking. It's got, is it swirly twirly? It's got some metallic feel to it. These look a little shinier. But I do like that's a lot of texture. I don't know a lot about this armor. The only reason I know much about it is because of the cover that people always show. And then, okay, here it is with the chest plate and the back plate off to make it fit in the package. Because you can pull it off, and there's what it looks like. And they gave it detailed. So I don't know if that could be battle damage or armoring up or something like that. It's neat, but I wouldn't display it like that. We are eating good as adult toy collectors. Like I said, this is we're in Tuesday of this week, and this is all new stuff that we've gotten so far, or at least new pictures we've gotten. But here, okay, it goes up for pre-order tomorrow. Here is the Marvel Select. So it's very similar in shape and design and everything. I don't know. I know that cover, but I can't picture it for exact. Is the helmet sunk in like that on the cover? I kind of like that look because it feels like more protection. That big bulky bastard is what it comes down to. Bet they re-released this in brighter colors. Maybe. Yeah, there's not a lot of other options, is it? Could this? Well, I don't know. That's expensive fodder, but could this be the one that I finally take the R2D2 dome and put on top for Droid Buster? Select has a hockey goalie pad. Oh, it does kind of flatten out on the back, doesn't it? These are more shaped to the forearms. Is that what a hockey goalie pad is? I don't know. Nimrod custom. I don't know. I really like that one that we got in the 3-pack, though. Nothing better at work listening to Robo talking about toys. Am I distracting you? Am I going to get you in trouble? That select paint job is really good. Yes, this is from an eBay auction. And yeah, that is some shiny metal looking plastic. Essentially the same style, but you can definitely see the differences. It has this holy shin guards on both of them, but shaped different. I guess is the middle. The Marvel Legends is definitely thicker. It's more solid. It's more brick-like. This has some curves to it. It V's down to the waist. Oh, yeah. I've never said otherwise when it comes to sports. The Marvel Legends has better limb proportions. Oh, is the articulation? The only thing I've seen is it's kind of hard to turn the head being sunk down like that, maybe. Yeah, but the Select it's more organic. You're right. The smoothness is more apparent, maybe. I don't know. It's definitely a toss-up. I don't like how the Select, the thinness of the legs goes down to the big hoof feet, you know? It seems, well, I don't know. The Legends kind of does that too, but not nearly as bad. I do like the size of the hands on the Select. You see these coming at you, especially if you're Hulk, you're a little more worried. That open hand is occasionally awkward, though, if you don't have them in a repulsor pose. I can see that, too, because of the size of the hand. That's a big old hand. The always open hand ruins the Select figure. Also, just going by numbers that I've seen. Shit, did I already forget the numbers? The Legends is 9 inches. The Select is 8. Is that right? I can see that too. Okay, now that you point that out, the chest is way too narrow because they've made it rectangular. If this chest was on these abs, And I thought I liked the sunk down head, but it makes it look like turtle. It does look like he's kind of hiding behind his own chest piece. Okay, so if the Marvel Legends is 9 inches, the Select is 8. I missed out on a lot of the Sentinel re-edit stuff, unfortunately. The broader chest would definitely set it off more, and then have the bigger arms. Well, okay, it's more. I don't know if I can say bigger. On the Select, it's the biceps that are elongated. On the Legends, it's the forearm. If you put both of those together, they would hang down. I like this length. I don't know. Put these arms on this torso, and then put this torso on these abs, but put this helmet on top of here to get rid of the prairie dogging head. Both are still too short, technically. Yes. Yes. But at some point, it can't be. I like those pop things sticking out of the back on the select version. Oh, yeah. The Legends has that, but it doesn't stick up like that, does it? The tail pops, the exhaust. Yeah. Okay. It sticks more out. But it does seem like that. It does seem like a lot of these pictures are from a lower position, trying to get that look of he's bigger than he actually is, like a comic cover. But the select does look more hot rodish. This is going to be a crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'll end up never doing that custom. I also like how the hips look mechanical. Those are just balls. And there's also this attachment mechanics here too that just kind of. The select looks more comic booky, even though I know this is comic booky. But it also has that flavor. Actually, it's on the package art, isn't it? Right there. Okay, he does have that hydraulics look to certain parts. I'm pointing out because in that comic, the armor looks way different from Granov's design armor, where it's has a circular instead of a triangular unibeam. Okay, so the cover is different from the inside art or something. The thing sticking out of his back looked like the filter on the inside of my vacuum. I think I like the visual design of the select slightly more, but this Legends one looks like it'll be fun to move around. That's another thing, right? I mean, from what I understand, the Legends will be more mobile. Zooms in on just great. That's not the first ball joke I've made this round, this stream. Size in the comics is all over the place. He just needs to be close to the same size as Hulk. Yeah, and that's usually what happens with comics. It's been a long time, but I always go back to Cassaday drawing Beast in Astonishing X-Men. Sometimes he was as big as Colossus when hunched down, or sometimes he was as tall as Wolverine. It was all over the place. Thorbuster is an easy retool of the Beyond Earth's Mightiest Destroyer. Thorbuster. Oh, yeah. They've done that before, though, right? They did a Toy Biz did a Thorbuster and made a Destroyer, right? Wonder how this will scale with the Select Titanium Man. I can't remember how tall that is exactly. I got to think this will be a little bigger. I don't know. It's been a while. But then, oh no. Oh no. Did I not add the... I didn't. Holy moly. I guess that was the last thing I grabbed before heading in. And I didn't get them. So we're going to have to do this. Hold on a second. I got to search them down. We're out of slides. We are. Well, the rogue picks popped up this morning, right before I came in. Or you guys know what I'm grabbing. Oh, and she's on the cover picture for this stream. Hold on, I know where to find them. Isaac Wong on Facebook always has the freshest pictures. Okay. I apologize for y'all having to look at Facebook, but here you go. Rogue looks pretty good. I see the comments that she could be shapelier, but it's Rogue. She still looks good. There is no Mafex Rogue, like Silverhawks. Okay, no, this actually exists. Come on now. I had comparison pictures of Luke and Hulkbuster. You saw that I did some prep. I guess I just forgot to drag these pictures over to the flash drive I brought out here. I hate Green Jacket Rogue. That was one of the things I was okay, maybe not expecting with this, but the timing. This coming out right after X-Men 97 ended, or at least this season ended. It would have been cool to see this soft goods jacket be replaceable with a green jacket, just to make her animation style. Because they did their Storm in white costume, and that's obviously animation style. It sure as hell isn't Jim Lee comic book style. He eats Marvel Legends into a bin. That Rogue is awesome. I'm not saying I wanted it just as a green jacket. It would have been cool to have that option. Although I'm not usually keen on, especially that. See how tight that sleeve is? I bet that is a bear to get off. I'm slowly starting to getting into X-Men collecting. I might get this maybe. You sound very on the fence. You know what? I've said this, especially when Legends first started the Jim Lee team. Jim Lee was not my X-Men. That was actually when I got out of comics in general. That was high school. That was senior year, or well, it was probably before that. But it was high school. That was growing up. I had to do some adulting there for a minute. And by the time I got back, I got fully back into X-Men with New X-Men. So Outback, Giant Size, New, and Astonishing is my teams. But if an action figure company makes a run at completing a team and I can display it that way, that makes it a lot more appealing to me for some reason. I just love that kind of thing. So there is that. But it's definitely not my favorite. Saying that, this is one of the better Rogue costumes. Although, I don't know if we should get into any kind of spoilers with 97, right? We know that near the end, everybody got kind of a classic overhaul. There's no denying that at all. No. Especially to a more general audience. X-Men in general. A lot of people, that was their entryway. That was their gateway. Not into Outback X-Men, because but that was their gateway into comics or X-Men in general. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just wasn't mine. But there is first appearance Rogue, and I did like her green and white number that she ended up in, which is, what era was that? Was that? Because Outback, okay, I do like Outback a little more than this. But then there was, yeah. That's right. And that's where we're at. I've put my Mafex into the Legends display. So I have a complete Jim Lee team. But they keep getting upgraded in certain places. That's the second time Gateways entered my mind in this live stream. That's crazy. Is it the Unity costume? Mafex still has a ways. They haven't really flexed with the bigger, muscly Beast, Colossus, Juggernaut would be cool. Outback Rogue. The Legends is close enough. Wait, is the Legends? Is there something off about it? Or is that where it gets down to round or rectangle belt buckle or something else like that? Yeah, that's true too. Lee, McFarlane, and Liefeld were setting the standard at the time. But to people not reading comic books, the cartoon did a lot to push everything forward. Oh, yeah. I thought StreamYard was going to screw me out of this one. Somebody just make a Hound costume Rachel Summers already. Has there been a leak that was kind of deluxe Phoenix and everybody's hoping it's Rachel? It's got to be Rachel. If it's not Rachel, well, okay, I'm not going to complain about a Jean in green or red as long as we get a nice Phoenix effect. Because I've been looking for one of those on Etsy or somebody 3D printing or something. But come on, we are this close to finishing Excalibur. At least the original team. I need Punk Rogue, black bodysuit, loose green tank top, studded belts. I made that. It seems like I messed up one part. Did I forget that the gloves were green or something? But I have that on the shelf, but I would still get an official version with not Miss Elizabeth WWE hair. Is Rachel another Jean Grey clone? No, she's a child from the future. The only thing, and I think I saw another, was it on Facebook or X or Twitter or Instagram? Somebody made a comparison of all the Mafex female figures, and they all essentially have this loadout: neutral face, alternate face, angry teeth showing face. I don't know if something about the smiling face is off to me, but I really like this head, and I'm actually pretty okay with the gritting teeth head. Rachel was Cable before Cable. Marvel Legends Colossus doesn't have the right bracers for his arms for Jim Lee. I think there are a couple other small costume differences. I forgot about that because I swapped, speaking of Select and Legends swaps, I swapped the Marvel Select Colossus arms onto the Marvel Legends body. That gave them the bracers and stuff. And the thickness looks a little better with that body. Mafex Nightcrawler would be amazing. Oh, you talking about the figure itself? It is, I don't know. I haven't compared. Does Jean have some fabric stretches right here? And this much abs? I haven't even opened my Jean, but I know exactly where the box is. It's around that wall right there. Okay. I'm sure you didn't know this, but Extreme X-Men's off limits, these parts. No, I wasn't into Extreme X-Men. Seems like I was reading the other book. What was the other issues at that same time? Hair always blowing. Oh, why did you point that out? Is it a swappable face? Man, now that's going to bug me. I don't like it when the only option is flowy hair. That's why I'm having such a problem replacing the hair on Marvel Legends Sentry. I pulled the hair off. I have the head, but man, there's just not a lot of long hair pieces that just go straight down over the shoulders. Rachel is Scott and Jean's daughter from the Days of Future Past timeline. Nightcrawler would make me go Mafex. Thinking about getting 20th anniversary Marvel Legends Hulk. Is it any good or any better Hulk figures? That's the one I use with my comic display, I think. We need some Liefeld's Wildcat figures. Dang. Who owns Wildcats now? Is that DC now? Was Extreme concurrent with New X-Men? Is that why? Or did it start slightly after? I don't even remember now. I may have read it, but my brain doesn't remember it near as much as New. The belt looks small. Maybe. Because really, when it comes down to it, there's not a lot of option parts or accessories to go with Rogue. You got her unmasked hand. That was dumb. Ungloved hand for, absorbing powers. And then different facial expressions. I wish they had went with a different hairpiece too. I do like the metallic green though. DC owns it. Oh, Wildcats was Jim Lee. Okay. Liefeld. What'd Liefeld do? They all had their super team that was essentially X-Men in different costumes, right? Didn't they? When they went to Image? Youngblood. I take Youngblood too. She needs to be looking. You stop that. We don't, not every import release needs a looking off to the side head. Kissing face. That would have been kind of, yeah, because, yeah, that's how she did it sometimes, right? There's something. You could give her parts that show that she absorbed powers. That's how I want to eventually have a Mimic figure, too. And I do want a classic Mimic, but I also want an Exiles Mimic. I think that was the better costume and display of powers. Because I think of classic Mimic. Didn't he just do the original 5 most of the time? Yeah, Liefeld and Loose Collector are working on stuff, but they can't work on stuff that Liefeld doesn't own. And who has Youngblood? Ooh, give her a Wolverine bone claw hand like that one statue. See, that would have been neat. Marvel Legends Combo Man. That would be sweet. Yeah, Exiles Mimic with Colossus, Wolverine, Cyclops, North Star would be my preferred mix. Can't remember his 5th in that mix. Okay, hold on. Metal Skin, Claws, I-Beams, Speed. Wings? No, he didn't have wings in that configuration, did he? It's been a while since I've read Exiles. Yeah, okay, I will agree with that. Mafex X-Men are nice, just kind of bare bones and generic, especially when we see other Mafex figures come with more stuff. Stop. You did it again. He got the flight from North Star in that mix. If I were okay, yeah. So he wouldn't need the wings. Was it just healing? Was it like invincibility or invulnerability? Maybe strength? Not a physical one, or not a visible one. Man, Nocturne needs to be made too. Okay, I'll take that original Exiles team too. That's, dang it. Yeah, okay. If they reuse the body for a classic beast or X Factor beast, which we need. We need X Factor beast and classic beast. X Factor can have swappable furry parts that doesn't affect the actual costume. And then we get OG Mimic. It makes so much sense. All they would have to do is put holes in the back for the wings. And they already have the wings with Angel. What are they even doing over there? No, they're Eric Larson still owns Savage Dragon. He doesn't want anyone to touch his baby. That makes sense. Wetworks. I remember the figures more than the comic. That the snake eyes of that team came in translucent red and blue figure wise. Mafex should do the Wolverine with the blue bandana and bone claws. Now, I mean, again, without getting into spoilers, aren't they kind of heading that direction with the 97? So they be on a lot of people's lists, and it's one of the variations that they haven't done a lot. And Hasbro's making a run at trying to do all the Wolverine variations. Mafex did show the Age of Apocalypse with the crazy hair in the one hand. They saved plastic here, so they put it up here. The Wetworks vampire was funky. And I know a buddy of mine broke several of those. Grail. Is that what you... Yeah. I didn't remember that, but I think my subconscious read your comment as I was going down. And yeah, he broke several Grails. Clear plastic. I'd have picked up the Mafex Iron Man if it wasn't so similar to the Legends 80th, and that proton cannon doesn't even go with that suit. True. But that Mafex Iron Man did end up the one in my original Avengers display, or my classic Avengers display. But I didn't get Thor. I don't know why. Oh, okay, I didn't get Mafex Thor and Captain America because I was happy with the Legends versions. For some reason, I got Iron Man. Yeah, it seems like he was a little short, and for some reason, I didn't care for the face. And that's the same thing with Captain America. I didn't care for the facial features for some reason. Okay, too small. So I'm pretty happy with the Legends being the size it is, because he doesn't tower, but he's got a good height to him. I do want Mafex to do the Astonishing Wolverine suit. Marvel Legends one isn't doing it for me. It's the alternate art, the alternate covers with the rectangles on the gloves and boots, and then there was something else I've already forgotten. But it's a figure that just got solicited that I'm already planning customs for. Okay. I'll see you later, Matt. Get back to work, though. And we're at, damn, 2:30. How'd we end up 2 hours? John Size has got to be on the list again. 97 leaned into that hard. So, and we need a new John Size anyway from any company, because going back to the Bucky Cat body, I can't do it. I look at it next to the Astonishing Legends is a little small. All the figures need to be the size of the newest Jim Lee Cyclops body. That's right, because you had fun enjoying toys and no food talk. I am hungry, but I grabbed a snack before getting on here because I knew I can't hardly record video at this time because I'm so I'm so hungry. Robo, I just jumped in. Did you get your Black Series Chiati Mundi? I did. I ran to the mailbox before I jumped on the stream. It looks so good. I may have to break in and do a review of this at some point. Next week is going to be very Legends. Maybe I'll do a Star Wars catch-up day because I have this, Padme, Anakin, and a couple others that I've picked up lately. Conehead. Yeah, that's open it. I can't until I start the review. I'm still locked in that mode. I have opened some stuff, but this is definitely going in front of the camera. I've got ideas. There's some shenanigans involved here. But dang, does that look good. Really, really good. Now, no, it was a treat. This was fun. Maybe I'll just start doing this on Tuesdays instead of posting a review or something. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll do this once a month. But I'm also not planning anything because you know how that goes. As soon as I fit it into a schedule or plan or something, things come up. And Amazon just dropped off Icarus. Need third-party Kirby Crackle. My Icarus should be coming. I saw that it was coming in stock on Pulse this week, so I grabbed them all but Cable there. And Cable's at Entertainment Earth. So I'll probably end up with the whole wave, and then I can't open or do a review until I get Cable from somewhere. Chiati Happy Robo. It is. Star Wars Playday catch-up. I should probably call those kind of things something else like lightning round. I think I've called that before. I didn't get the Revo Agent Venom, but it looks good. I did get a Wolfsbane head. No, not Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane's the actual Marvel Legends release, right? I've got Feral. I found a head on Etsy that I've got coming. So I've got another Wolfsbane coming from Alpha Magnus. I saw your message. I'm going to send you my address. Because I'm Wolfsbane, Feral, and Hepzibah. I've got parts for customs. And as soon as I make those, they'll get announced. Because the Wolfsbane body is pretty good for that. No mustard. Did you talk about Woody Harrelson Carnage? That was last week. We already talked about that. Did you pre-order the Panda? I did. Are we going to get a review of the YOLO Park Transformers? Okay, yeah, one last time. I shot the review. I totally planned on posting it today, but I didn't have batteries. So I had to order those. They came in as I got on the stream. So that'll be Thursday. Okay. I'm going to let y'all go. Go have fun. Go do whatever you were going to do the rest of the day. I'm going to finish this review. And let's make it awkward on the outro too, because I think I have something, but I'm just going to wave. I would buy Gen 13. I didn't read a lot past the first few arcs, maybe. But I did recently watch the cartoon. Was there a cartoon movie, or was there a pilot episode or something? That wasn't terrible. So, anyway, yeah. Okay, we're going to wave, and we're going to say later. I say that, I keep reading the comments. Anybody else getting Kazar and eyeballing the Mattel dinosaurs? Because there's a lot of those on clearance right now. That'd be fun.